We're joined now by Clark Geranen, who is the Chief Market Strategist at Calbay Investments. Good to see you this morning, Clark. Let's start with that consumer spending news. It dropped 0.3% in May. Is this the sign of an economic slowdown?
No, it's not. For us, we believe it is a blip in the radar. And as we know, consumer spending makes up close to 2/3 of our GDP. And clearly that's been something we've been monitoring. And as we saw GDP pull back slightly, it wasn't quite a surprise to see consumer spending. But we do anticipate that the consumer will be resilient, just like corporations have this year. And we'll see another tick up next month.
So is the market then right to be focused on trade talks, how they're progressing, and sort of optimism that seems to be surrounding that right now?
Absolutely. If you closed your eyes 4 months ago and opened them today, you'd think you're in the same exact spot. But we've really seen that a lot of these tailwinds that we were anticipating at the beginning of the year are still present. And we've been able to get over some of the hurdles that we've been through over the past few months. So we really do feel like that this is go time and that the back half of the year will be very optimistic.
I mean, Clark, I'm just looking at the numbers right now. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ have both now hit their record highs. In the tech front, obviously, a lot of this is being driven by enthusiasm by AI. I mean, is there a danger here that now everything is sort of overbought?
We don't think so. And like I said, at the beginning of the year, we were in the same spot with high multiples. But the thing is, we've seen growth numbers continue. So if we did start to see a slowdown in some of the large cap tech growth and sales, then I would start to get concerned. But we're seeing some of these multiples flatten out as earnings continue to grow, and other corporations have not made changes to their capex. So that was the other thing that we were looking for, is if capex starts to slow down, then we'd be concerned. But if anything, we're just going to see that continue to ramp up with the backdrop of potential corporate tax cuts coming down the way. So paying attention to the big, beautiful bill is obviously going to be important for some of these large cap tech companies.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that they're trying to get that across the finish line before July 4th. Where do you think this leaves interest rates? I mean, we know Powell says he wants to take a wait-and-see approach.
And I think at this point, it is going to be at least a few months until we see any cut. My thoughts were towards the end of the year, because really at this point, when we're taking a look at inflation and unemployment, the numbers are both in check. Inflation's been holding tight, and unemployment really hasn't shown any rise, even given the efforts of the DOGE cuts earlier this year. So we haven't seen a slowdown in growth on the employment side. And with inflation staying intact, I wouldn't anticipate it for another 6 months. But there will be more to see, as now President Trump has announced that he may be announcing the new Fed chair. So I'm not sure if that'll have any impact on Jerome Powell. Our stance is that the Fed really needs to keep their independence, and we hope that they continue to do so.
Mm-hmm. Clark Geranen, Chief Market Strategist at Calbay Investments, thank you for joining us this morning.